Uno mas.
Hello there, stragglers.
What is up? Welcome back to another episode of NerdVibed Mukbang podcast. Where today, you guys are never gonna believe it. We got Crumbl. Hell yeah!
Matt has such a love-hate relationship.
I do.
He'll tell me like one day he'll just be like, dude, I don't want to get this anymore. I'm all the cookies I have, I just don't end up liking them. They all taste the same.
Well,
and then suddenly he'll just say, dude, you gotta check out the flavors this week.
It's
that's yours.
very specific though. It has to have like the brown edges and just it has to have a lot of chocolate. It cannot have any frosting. I just don't like the frosting, and even then the chocolate chip ones.
This is all mine.
Yeah, that's all yours.
Yeah, that's your.
What the fuck? Are you some kind of Jew or something?
You told me you just wanted that one.
Well, why do you say I could only get one when you could get it for others?
That's the only one you wanted to try.
Yeah, and I said,
what did you want me to buy more?
I wanted
to try each one that I wanted. And I'm struggling with money right now. But I'll do a reveal anyway because one of them was Reese's. So
yeah.
I got the.
Okay.
All right. Look at that.
There's no way you're gonna eat all of them.
No, I'm stashing this for like the next few days.
So what are they?
So the ones I got. So the one we're trying together. I mean, if you want a piece of the semi-sweet, I'll give you a piece of the semi-sweet.
Okay.
If you want.
Maybe.
But so what I got was I got the confetti cake, which I'm very excited to try because they haven't done a good cake in a while. We had the chocolate cake last time.
Yes.
We're anxiously waiting for that to come back.
We are.
So confetti cake. I don't know if you can have that because I heard some confetti cake has almond flavor, so I don't know if you're allergic.
Maybe. I don't remember.
So, but that's just birthday cake confetti.
Yeah.
And they got the semi-sweet, which I think we had last time as well. The chocolate chunk semi-sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're trying the Oreo one.
Yes.
I like how you said you didn't like the frosting, but this one has frosting on it.
The frosting has to be very specific.
And then lastly, Matt can't have this one at all.
Yeah.
This is the chocolate Reese's.
Yeah.
So all the others were just like stuff I don't want.
Yeah.
So do you want this? I'll give it.
Let
fork it over.
Not yet. Don't rip it yet, because I know for certain that I think I've had the earlier one before, and I really loved it. Sorry, I judge things based off smell.
Yeah.
So
it's also because I did the single is because I have the rewards points.
Yeah.
And, I was like, I would only do this if I was gonna get you. I was originally gonna get you 2, but they're really stingy. And you can only use one reward at a time. So I couldn't do 2 free things, that's so stupid.
Yeah. So
I guess they don't want you stacking them.
I guess not. I'll get plate and shit. I'll get plates.
Well, I don't need one.
What do you mean?
I'm keeping the box.
You can't eat over the box though. You barely eat
true.
over the plate.
Okay, go get plates. I was gonna get the chocolate milk, but I didn't. Last time I tried to order the chocolate milk, they forgot it, and the hell, man. Alright. So if you guys... But we did find... Last time we did this, a couple weeks ago, though. We did find... We did try the brownie one, and that was... I will never forget that one.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Brownie, the chocolate brownie batter. That was
Those are the ones
that was like mythical level.
Those are the ones that I fucking love. Those are the only ones I like. Fucking love the fucking chocolatey as fuck ones. I messed up my fucking chair. Okay. I got plates for us. Bitchin'.
Being a
sure.
kind Samaritan and giving you a half
of his
chocolate chunk.
Yeah.
The Oreo one does smell amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I said before.
Stash these two for later.
I said before that since I judge things based off smell, a prime example of that is how I judge peanuts. And like peanuts for me, I just don't like the smell of peanuts at all because I'm allergic to them. So like I kind of like developed like anytime I smell peanuts, like I instantly
you can get treatment and you can enjoy them. They won't smell like crap.
It's gonna cost money and time though.
It'd be worth it though. You won't have to worry. You don't have to go to a restaurant and be like, "Oh yeah, I have a peanut allergy, by the way."
Look like a loser in front of the waitress.
Yeah,
like,
dude, you're embarrassing me in front of the
bro. Like I'm eating out with Mel, and it's like, you don't understand. I'm embarrassing myself in front of the hot waitress.
That's gonna be you when we go to Comic-Con in a couple months. If you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going on a Saturday, so you should be.
I'll definitely consider. All right, so first and least,
we probably did. I swore we just tried this one in the last video.
This is the same episode. This is the same shit we ate last mukbang.
Yeah, I swore we just tried the semi-sweet chocolate chunk.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's good. I'm definitely in a better mood because I gave you the better half too.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, brother.
That is good.
It is. Mm-mm-mm. Good.
I gave you the bigger.
Bro finished all of it.
I gave you the bigger chunk anyway.
But I'm struggling.
Why?
No, because now I feel like it's a race.
It's not a...
I didn't know this was a competition. God damn.
So what are your thoughts?
Yummy. Delicioso. That's Spanish for delicious.
Okay, Gordon, what do you think of the food? Yummy.
Oh, scrumptious. Delightful. Lovely, dear. I could just come.
Delicious, finally. Some good fucking food.
Yes. Quite. One last bite for the road. Oh. Oh. So how's your week been, Jake?
little stressful, but
Yeah. Care to talk about it?
maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Gotta take that intermission.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a couple things to talk about as well.
How about you go first?
Okay.
Because we were kind of doing a session while I was going through the kind of going through it. It was
What?
definitely
Oh,
last week.
for last week, yeah.
Yeah.
So this past week, the past couple of weeks for my work, one of the brothers at my area, like the younger brother, went and moved out a different area. So my supervisor just came up to me and was like, "Hey, you want to be an operator at the machine on the other side of the area?" And I was like, "Sure." And I'm at a point where I've been working here for years already now. I can't just look my supervisor in the eye and like awkwardly like shrivel my way out of this. So
It's at this point, it's just like, you know what? I gotta just work for a promotion. Honestly,
Yeah.
at this point,
because even if I didn't want to do it, which to an extent I didn't want to, and I like 1,000% like I didn't want to do it, I don't know how I would have been like, no. So I said yeah, and then I had to like wait a week or two for the entire process and all that. So I had to fill out something like 2 Fridays ago, and I handed it to my supervisor, and I heard like nothing really after that. Like it was kind of radio silence, so it's just kind of like, all right, I guess I didn't get it. Whatever, it's fine. And so fast forward to this week and like Thursday or something, and Wednesday or Thursday or whatever, I don't remember. And this HR guy just came up to me, and he was just in my area for something because he was talking to like one of the other supervisors, and he came in our area because we needed help with something. But the HR guy was just standing there and saw me and was like, "I didn't forget about you. You will get an email soon. Blah 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 blah. I just need someone to send an email to you, and you'll be fine." And I was like, "Okay, I'll do when I hopefully get it. Hopefully I'll see it." And so the next day or so, I got an email, and by that point, it was basically already confirmed that I got the position. And I was told officially through the mother and the older brother, and not by my supervisor, because they told them and not me for some reason. And so I was like, okay, sure. So I filled out like just basically like a signature, and it was saying like, so blah 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 blah, do you agree to this? Here's your pay. And now I'm going from $17.50 an hour to about $18.30 an hour. So hopefully it's worth it. Should. I told my mother, and
got a promotion.
yeah, basically. And she was just kind of like, well, that's actually pretty good. And I mean, I guess it is in the general scheme of things. Like when I went from like 16 an hour to 17 an hour to like 17.50 an hour, I definitely kind of realized like the differences those had. So I think going from like almost to like $1 more is definitely gonna make a difference for sure. And I think the good part with the cherry on top is that my work didn't even get like the raises from the yearly thing because like the company that I work for got bought for by another enemy.
It's never a good sign.
Yeah.
The company I work for, they've been bought out like a few times since I've been there. That's like not a good sign.
Yeah. I don't know when the first one was, but they got bought. My place has been bought like a year, maybe 2 ago. People are complaining every time there's a decision, but basically when the new year came by, none of us got raises. So yeah, people were very pissed about that. But they stated that June-ish, July-ish, that there would be a good chance that we would get our raises at those times. So what I'm thinking will probably happen is the HR guy told me that alongside getting an email that he said that they were thinking about like, you know, a good payment start. And the thing is that 1830 is the starter amount for operators, but since the raises didn't come yet, there might be a possibility that I get a raise in June or July, whenever, and God, the cookie's not fucking selling well. I get like more of a payment in those months, so that would be cool. That's what I'm hoping for. So yeah, like I said, I filled it out, signature, initials, and all that, and I had my supervisor like tell me as I was like walking by his desk to get like water from the fridge that's nearby it, and he was just like, oh Matt, you had to fill this out. I was like, oh okay, yeah, I saw it. I'll do it when I get a shot. And I filled it out, and the next day, what was it? There was like rumblings that I noticed, and I saw like my supervisor go up to the mother again, and the son maybe, the older one. I don't know for sure though, but by that point it was pretty much fuck. By that point it was pretty much just like set in stone that I had obviously gotten the position, and I was taping boxes when this was happening, so I saw like the supervisor go up to the mother and talk to her, and then the mother came up to me and was like, so obviously you got the job, and then says something else that I'll talk about in a second, but I just kind of like stood there because in my mind I was like, alright, that was fine and all, and listening to the other things that she was saying that I'll also get into, like I said, in a second, but I was like, bro, I was right here. Why didn't you just walk up to me and be like, alright, here's the situation? Like, that's the thing with my supervisor with me, like, he tells everybody else, like, what's going on in the general area, even if it's about me, and then I have to find out what's going on through other people who will go up to me and tell me about it. It's so fucking annoying. Because, like, this wasn't even the first time where this has happened when it had to do with me. I can't remember what exactly it was. This was probably, like, the third, fourth time it happened. Where someone was told something. Actually, no, it was way more than that. Yeah, like, probably at the very least a couple of times where my supervisor would just go up to someone and it would be, like, information about, like, what I have to do or what would happen. And then someone else would just, like, come up to me and be like, yo, Matt, so supervisor said this, and I was like, bro, like, I was right there. He walks past, like, in front of me, getting to his desk, like, every single time he walks out of the area. Why can't he just come up to me? So, yeah, that's just something that annoys me. I thought that since I was becoming an operator, he would just, like, kind of, like, go up to me and tell me things, but I guess not. So, basically, the thing that she also added is that my supervisor is also going to take like a relatively new guy who has started working at this place for a couple months now, put him at my area, and I'll just kind of easier explain this, but the area I work at, I'm not really gonna say the official name. I'll just call it cut area. I work at Cutter A, Cutter, what shit, cut 1, and cut 2 is literally right next to it. There's barely like a divider. It's basically the same area. It could be like one full area, but like there's just 2 different machines. So yeah. So my supervisor said that he's gonna take the relatively new guy. I'll call him Craig. He's not white at all, but he's gonna take Craig and he's gonna put him at cut 1, basically replace me. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So that discussion was done, but then I saw the mother talking with the main guy, the main operator who is at cut 2, and this guy, Marco, if that name rings a bell, the older guy who's fucking bald and looks like Squidward, all week for the past like 2 weeks has been like, hey Bobby, we're going to be operator partners at cut 2. That was Russian, but you know, he was just like kind of like, yeah, we're going to work together. I'll teach you everything. I saw him and the mother talking, and then the mother came up to me and was like, so he wants Craig instead to be at that area, but he's still going to teach you. He's just going to tell the supervisor that he will have you over at cut 2 if he needs you. And I just stood there like, bro, what? Like, what's the point of me, like, learning the machine if I'm not going to be there all the time? If I'm just only going to be needed when I need to be there? Like, but, like, I don't get it. But, I mean, if I still am able to, like, work at my current area and still get paid more, like $18.30 an hour, like, fuck it, we ball. That's fine. I will take that for sure. So yeah, with that weird stuff out of the way, the concerns are learning the machine, because the machine for both areas are relatively the same procedure, but things are kind of different. Where cut 1, my job for the past year has been to load paper in the thing, and then I push it through like the chute thing, and then there's a separate cutter who actually operates the machine and cuts the paper into pieces. Whereas cut 2, if you're doing the machine, you have to load the paper yourself and then you have to cut it, so you have to do 2 things. And you can do that cut 1 as well, where you load the paper in the front and then you cut it afterwards. It's not fun to do at all, because you're basically doing 2 jobs in one. And also, the cut 2 machine is way older than the cut 1 machine. The cut 1 machine was replaced just last year, and the cut 2 machine has such a smaller surface to work with, and I've only tried cutting paper like once or twice. through these past couple of years. The one time I remember, I spilled like all the paper on the ground, and no one was around to like help pick up. People were around, they just didn't fucking help me for some reason. So I just kind of like got to a point where like I was like so like stressed and just pissed that I kind of like didn't even pick up the paper at all, and I just like walked away from the area to like calm myself down. So yeah, that's one thing. And the other thing is I'll have to like learn like the codings and all the computer-y stuff and label making procedures, and just like a bunch of like codes and inputs that I will have to learn. And it's like it's relatively easy stuff. Like there's always going to be like something like I can look at for like codes where like the orders will change and all that stuff. But with me, it's just I know what I will have to do. It's just when I am in front of the computer and like my supervisor and like other people depend on me to like not fuck anything up with like the system or the materials we have, you know, it weighs on me for some reason. Cause like it's like if I fuck up, they're gonna be mad at me. So like I don't want to fuck up, you know. So I kind of like forget what to do very easily sometimes. And so, you know, it's already happened with the label making process where I had to like press F1 or F4 or something to like get the label making process started. It's like it's such a easy process, but I press like either or, and like this like blue text just goes over the area where I need to write like all these numbers and all these inputs that are relatively easy, but I can't do anything for some reason. And it's just like bro, like I try pressing every button and it's just like I don't know, man. It's just like confusing as fuck when I am actually in front of the fucking machine, or the computer rather, for some fucking goddamn reason. So yeah, it's definitely just a thing where I know for both situations I have to realize that I'm not going to be perfect at either at all at first. So I entirely have to make myself understand that. I don't know what I'm going to expect. Tuesday is going to be the first day where I will have to be trained for pretty much everything. And yeah, I cannot wait just to get through this entire process, because I know it's going to be like very overwhelming. I don't know. It's just very going to be like a situation where my mind will probably be racing the entire time, and I'll be like fucking overwhelmed because of all the fucking information that people will be telling me. So I mean, that's all, I guess, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I hope it goes smoothly and I'm able to understand everything at a relatively good pace and all that jazz. So I don't know what will happen this upcoming week or the next week after that. The only reason why I'm not going entirely crazy is because I know like within 2 weeks from now the Switch 2 is coming out. That's the only reason why I'm not going insane. So yeah, that's the only thing. That's all. That'd be all.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, thanks. Cool. Alright. Usually have a lot of input and, you know, just speak over me, but yeah.
This combination of like trying to listen but also zoned out at the same time. I'm like, yeah. My reaction is that just they photoshopped like those, like the guy introducing himself, like, damn, this is crazy.
Yeah, wow, this is really fucking insane, bro. Good. Wow. Well, I feel like my story was validated from that response, Jake. Thank you.
I mean, I remember the first night they wanted to put me in somewhere completely different, and I got overwhelmed and freaked out. But it was like my first night on the job, so I was like, because I was just so like just dumbfounded, being like, I literally had to come in crack of dawn to be trained, and then as soon as my first actual day starts, you want me to do a completely different occupation.
That's silly.
And I got like, and I remember I told my parents about that, and they flipped out on me, being like, "Well, we gotta learn stuff at our jobs all the time," and it's like, it's not the same.
Yeah.
It was a completely different occupation.
Yeah. That's fucking stupid. Very stupid.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, with everything, things we are considering, I would say secure a promotion.
Yeah.
Get the money.
Yeah.
Because, shit's tough.
Yeah.
I know both of us want to move out before we're 30.
Yeah, for sure. We only have 5 years to go.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's been discussed like
a lot more now.
Yeah. You were just like,
me.
Yeah, you just came up to me one day and was like,
I want to get the fuck out of here.
Could you like buy an apartment? I'm like, Jake, that's a whole process.
Just fucking do it. Or yeah, like, can you please just like call them?
Like, I've been considering it too, like, for sure. And I definitely do want to. But yeah, it would definitely be an interesting thing. I just don't know if I'm necessarily mentally ready for the entire process of having to move and figuring out life on my own. I think the biggest thing that I have to fucking do.
That's why we do it together. We'll both figure it out.
Wow, two dumbasses figuring out life.
I mean, I can. I mean, I don't know how to cook from scratch, but I can get a cookbook. I think I can follow it. I know how to boil pasta.
McDonald's every night.
Oh. They would not be happy about that.
What if McDonald's ordered?
I would do Wendy's, but McDonald's is fine too.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit, man. I mean, low key, like, if, because, what's so weird, because life just changes that I don't know what will happen in the future, but if the timeline does go down to us living together in an apartment, and we can do stuff whenever, I've generally thought about this, but I don't know if we'd still keep doing videos or if we would just start doing live streams, because
I would think we would be, obviously daily sessions is going to be a thing.
Most days.
What, are you going to be like, dude, we can't.
There would be days where I want to focus on my channels.
Dude, I don't want you coming over my house and say, bitch, I live here. What do you want me to do?
No, well, I wouldn't want to do a session well, that's exactly why I would want to do, like, possibly live streams, is because, like, I don't want to have, like, sessions every day to the point where, like, I have, like,
fatigue.
That and, like, multiple videos to, like, upload, even though it takes, like, 2 seconds, but
we will have to have a fucking session schedule. Regardless, we have to do more, because it's like, we have to take advantage of the time and push out all the content we want to do.
Yeah. I mean, we're just streaming, and if we were just, even if it was like, well, I mean, we could very easily like do 2 streams a day, 2 games. We can probably still do like a video podcast, obviously, because live streaming a podcast just seems weird and awkward.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think live streaming, if we were to live together, would be kind of the possible path we would go down, because I don't know. That's just the way I see it.
It's one of those things that, like, the only thing that's like I'm not intimidated by it, the idea, but my only thing is the bills. That's like my only concern is because like you don't know how much it's gonna be, and it's like you're gonna get that bill in the mail, and you know, like here's how, and you don't know how much, and you're gonna get like this absurd number, and you're gonna be like the fuck, like,
yeah.
So and like, so it's like it's not that part that's like the only thing that would scare me is just like there's no, because it's like, you know, because we got to pay for utilities and shit.
Yeah.
Water, heat, cooling, internet. Because, you know, some of the places they say they do have like Wi-Fi and shit, but it's like, no, we got to get our own fucking thing. Like, honestly, our own fucking router. Because it's like, because we're gonna be, if we're gonna be content creator, we got to have our own fucking internet.
Yeah. For sure.
For gaming and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It would just be like a thing where, like, because every person you hear who lives on their own for the first time, like, when they move out, is like, they tell you it's like the best experience ever, and I'm not going to deny that, but there's like, obviously, like a sense of like, well, fucking shit, man, like, taxes and all that and all that jazz, and
oh fuck, I gotta go paycheck to paycheck now.
Yeah.
Can't have fun.
Yeah, I think the thing I'm scared of is that, I mean, this is something that I've thought of, and like I'm trying to find a way to like structure this sentence without sounding like an asshole, even though I'm very good at sounding like an asshole when I don't mean to. Even though like what I am saying does seem like I'm being an asshole, but it's just a very like just basic concern that might be valid, possibly. But like, I have a full-time job. You do too to an extent. Like you're like part-time.
Yeah.
I'm worried that like I will have to like take care of most of the taxes and all that.
That's why I've told you before. I'm like, I want to be in a situation where it will be fair for you.
Yeah.
Because I know that, and I don't want to take advantage of you.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to be on Social Security.
Yeah.
But I'm not allowed to.
Yeah.
Even though I should.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be my decision.
Yeah.
Because I definitely qualify. Because I have a disability.
Yeah.
And that can help me. And I think I can still. I was talking to my therapist about it yesterday. They're like, yeah, you can. I can probably still keep my job too if I get it too. So.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, how much do you make your job per hour?
I don't know. When I get a raise, it's like by a quarter.
That's relatively the same for me as well.
It's like they'll be like, when they do my like yearly review or whatever, they're just like, yeah your raise gets up by a quarter. I don't know how much, but I make around probably $800 a month.
Mm.
So again, it would be a position if we do it like, obviously, like right now it'd be like you would definitely be, I guess, the breadwinner, I guess you could say, and I don't think that's fair for you, and I have acknowledged that, and I know that's really I know people will do that and take advantage of the people, and I don't want that for you. So
for sure,
something I want, and and it's just so crazy right now. It's just like, because I've had this conversation with two other people about me moving out because of something I sent to everyone, all my close friends. But
I did make a group chat with Sammy and Tara when that like this past week, and Sammy did bring it up, and I told them that like we talked about it, not really that much. It's still like in the definitely early stages of planning. Like nothing is fucking concrete or going anywhere at all, but like I don't even think I explicitly said that. Oh wait, I did say that was a thing, but I specifically stated that I didn't want it to be like me coming off as like an asshole or anything, because like I don't want to make it seem like fucking Jake doesn't have as much money as me, so I have to fucking pay for fucking everything. But like, yeah, I understand that. Like in your position, like you do what you do, and obviously I don't want to take away from that. So like it's just kind of like a situation where if you still have your job and however much the government will pay you for having a disability of like having large feet.
I don't I don't know how much. I don't know how much. It like depends, I guess. And
well, let's take a test online.
That was something that like I've told like every medical professional I talked about. I'm like, I don't care about the money. I'm not doing it for the money. I just want documentation being like, hey, he has a disability. Please understand.
The money is a puck.
Yeah, the money's kind of a. Oh, and I do, and I'm turning 20. I'm turning 25 in a couple weeks, so my health insurance is gonna.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I would get health insurance with that too.
Yeah. At the end of the year or something like that, I have to fucking do like an annual process or some shit.
Well, you have full time, so you don't have to worry. You probably were getting money taken out of your check for fucking health insurance anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still like on my parents thing though. But I mean, once I turn like fucking 26.
I thought it was 25.
I think it's 26.
Maybe I still have a year left. Maybe I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's 26, but I'll double check.
It might depend on where though.
Yeah. When do you get taken off your
family's
parents' health insurance? Generally, most states allow you to stay on your parents' health insurance plan until you're 26. Once you reach 26, you will typically age out of the plan and need to secure your own coverage.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have a year, pretty much.
All right. Safe for now.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Definitely.
Yeah, because I'm in a position right now that I'm done. I'm done with the fucking bullshit.
Yeah. For sure.
Because all right, I'm gonna fucking talk about it because now I'm getting a little fucking riled up now. So I was gonna go to his house so context.
This is the reason why we had an online session last week.
I was forced to stay home because my family decides to go to Disneyland and they're going back in a couple more months.
Ah.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. This shit's supposed to be Disneyland is a. I don't want to. Disneyland's a luxury.
It's a luxury,
okay?
Buy your groceries at fucking
Six Flags.
Six Flags.
But I don't. don't get it. And it's like, and we got the new dog. I talked about that mukbang or two ago. And so I was the one forced. I'm going to emphasize forced, because they didn't want to spend money to send her to a fucking daycare, which she's a puppy. That's what you should do.
Yeah.
But they're just, and I told them I was going to my friend Matt's house. We made preparations to be like, I'm going to come in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So we can just do Animal Crossing. And my mom was like, okay. They said the flight on they have this fucking calendar, and he said the flight was at 5:30, but they were like, yeah, so we're leaving at 1 tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. It's a little weird, but like I know people want to get there super early for flights and stuff, but that seemed a little much.
Mm-hmm.
So that night, I come home. My dad comes home, and he's like, because they're trying to figure out, but again, it's just like they're trying to figure out what to do, but they're like, and my dad's like, well, I just signed up to do third shift tomorrow, and my mom's like, why would you do that? We have the dog, and they're all just like talking shit on me, being like, I have to step up. I start fucking laughing in the living room, laughing my fucking ass off, and then they're like, and then she's like, you're not gonna believe this. He wants to go to Matt's tomorrow, and they're like, what?
The day he always goes?
Yeah!
The one day specifically he always goes every week for the past 5 years?
And they're all like gasping, like they're like, how dare he? Even if it's for a couple hours, how dare he?
How dare he go over there for the day they had planned?
They're like, he better not go over there. And I'm fucking laughing my ass up, because I'm like, the fucking nerve to say that I'm like, you're making it seem like I'm the one who's inconsiderate when you literally forced this dog into my life.
Yeah, that you were not ready for at all.
No.
Literally, the only one who wanted it was your sister, who doesn't even fucking live there, so.
Well, she's living right now because of,
for
summer.
A couple months.
Yeah, for a couple months.
So who cares?
Yeah, I know.
Wow, she finally gets to spend time with the fucking dog who probably hates her.
And like, so I'm like, and I snapped at my dad, because my dad, I'm hearing this, he comes up to me, he puts his hand on my shoulder, and he's like, we got this. And I'm like, I usually don't snap or crash out like this, but I literally smacked his hand off, and I said, don't fucking touch me. There's no we. You're literally going to be gone all day tomorrow and all night. I'm stuck with the dog.
So I'm smiling. I was like, there's no Nintendo Wii here.
There's no Nintendo Wii in this house.
Not anymore, since he sold it.
And so that's why we had to do an online session, because I wasn't allowed to leave or anything.
Yeah.
Matt, and literally walked the dog at like 3, and I was like, I told him, like, I told Matt, I was like, I'm gonna walk the dog and then we'll start.
Yeah.
Dog has struggled to come in. I'm like pulling, calling, saying, come here, doing the, like, yelling, doing blah 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 blah. And I'm looking, and I see in the corner of my eye, context, I have noise canceling headphones on, because it's only like, I'm walking the dog, I'm gonna listen to music, right? Like, I see the ring light on, and I'm like, these motherfuckers are watching me. I'm like, so this is how it's gonna be for these next few days. It's just you're gonna get the ring notification. You're gonna look at the live camera, see if I'm doing anything. I'm gonna tell you, they wanted me to walk it twice. I couldn't do it. I could only do it once before I went to work, because I'm like, I'm not. I'm not. She just She's only had a couple walks where she was good. Like everything else, she was just misbehaving the whole time. That was just like, I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this twice. Sorry. They wanted me to change my sleep schedule, so I'm like, fuck that. I'm not doing that either. The dog's fucking restless anyway. Because it's a fucking puppy. They don't fucking sleep.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I mean, every couple hours I get woken up by the dog anyway, and so yeah, that it was like that and that online session was the roughest online session I had.
Yeah.
Because I had to bring her out. I had to clear a bunch of stuff because we were gonna play Fortnite, and I was gonna do it on Switch on my monitor, but when I would go into that little spot, she would start fucking freaking out, and I'm like, I'm in a fucking Discord call with with 3 guys who will literally call you out on the slightest abnormal thing going on. So I'm like, I can't deal with this. So I'm going, and I messaged to him on Discord and be like, yeah, I'm going handheld because I can't. Because I was like, I'll try to record footage for the channel, but I was like, yep, I have to go handheld. And the dog tried to bite my fucking Switch.
Yeah.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, seriously. And like, and I was like, and with the amount of times that you would hear like squeak and stuff, it's like I just turned my mic off on like the last like hour or so of that like of that stream. I just, because of the squeaking and me having to tell her to stop, or she was doing something or whatever, and it was just like, I was like, it was so rough. Like it was fine when we were doing like it was fine before, but once she had to go outside, it just all hell broke loose. Yeah. And you can, if you watch those episodes, like literally the dog thinks if you go outside it's playtime, and it's like, it's not playtime. You go outside to go to the bathroom. Yeah. You have toys inside.
That's what we fucking do here. We go outside to go
to
the bathroom.
She dug, and she digs while she's laying on her side, and the hole was so massive. It was like she was trying to bury herself alive. Yeah. It's a big dog. And like, it don't listen to the diddly squat. Yeah. I guess you don't listen to me.
Puppies typically don't listen to anybody. Yeah. I will tell you that I'm not an expert or anything. I'm just vaguely, but from like trying to take care of Harley, I was barely part of the process. My parents actually fucking took her to the fucking training school, so that's different. But puppies, just in general, are pieces of shits. So
it's just it drives me crazy. It just, I don't understand how you can have people who say they're struggling with like paying bills and stuff, and then spending so much on Disneyland. Yeah. That is crazy to me.
Well, it's a luxury, so.
Yeah. Like, what? Why? You're going for the same thing. Like, nothing changes. Yeah. The only time it changes is it's like if it's around like a holiday. Like, if you go like, if you go like Christmas. In like this December, Halloween or whatever. Like, yeah. But it's like most of the time it's the same fucking park. Like, sure, there's gonna be like, they'll close down an old ride and put a new one up, but it's just like, I feel like the average person should go to Disney every like 5 years or something like that.
Yeah, every couple of years.
Yeah, like, but you know, these fucking Disney, they'll go once they're going.
Disney adults and everything just makes sense.
They go like once or twice a year, and I'm like, that's just too much. And like, it's just, to me, it is just such a dump of money. And they were trying to convince me to go for my sister's 21st birthday, and I'm like, no, I don't. And they're trying to be like, it's just only a 2-hour plane ride, and it's just like take a fucking Ativan or something. I'm like, I'm not gonna take a fucking Ativan. And it's like, I already know how it's gonna go down anyway. I'm gonna barely make it out of that plane flight. I'm gonna be freaking out the whole time on that plane ride. I'm gonna land, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do that again. So, like, that whole duration of the trip is, I'm gonna be freaked out that I have to go do that again. Yeah. to go home.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna be like, why are you acting so anxious and stressed out? Like, you're so embarrassing us during the Disney trip. Like, can you not? So it's like, I know how it's the trip's gonna go down. So I don't want a part of that.
Yeah.
And because that's just how it always is, because they're gonna constantly be tugging me to go do this, go do that, go do this, and it's just like, can we just like slow down, please? And like, you know what, like, I'd like to go to Disney one day, you know, take a train or whatever, because that's what my therapist was like. My therapist was like, you know, you could probably just take the train down. And I'm like, they're never gonna make me take the train.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna make me go on the plane.
Yeah.
I would feel safer taking a 12-hour train ride down to Florida than I would on a 2-hour flight. I feel safer on a train because I could probably sleep.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Go to sleep for 8 hours.
I've been on a couple trains before.
So it'd be like, but you know, they wouldn't fucking do that.
Yeah.
But, and I just, you know, also I don't know if I told you, but I told that same night that they're like, how dare he, or they're like kind of like making me look like an asshole for wanting to go to your house even though you live across the fucking street.
Yeah.
My sister left for the mall at like 6 or 7 p.m. She didn't come home till midnight.
You told me that, yeah.
So it's like mall closes at 9. What the fuck you doing? And I know if that were me, that trip would have been fucking canceled if I did that, if I pulled that shit.
Yeah.
Or I wouldn't have been threatened, but like, that's just the pattern with my sister, is she will just do or say whatever the hell she wants, and like, no apologies. It's all Gucci. She gets so much benefit and reward. Like, I never felt this much resentment towards another family member. Like, it is just so much entitlement, and just like, it's insane to me. It is so baffling to me. And if I fucking so much as raise my voice or say anything disrespectful, I have to apologize. I'm the one that has to apologize and kiss their feet and beg for forgiveness from God. But she don't have to do any of that. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, that's why I want out, because it's just like, I don't want to be around that. I don't want to be around that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's just, and it's just like, they just let her say whatever she wants, and then they don't punish her, or, and it's like, I remember there were some times that they were like, I could hear my parents talking, and there's something that it's like, I think they think I'm like 100%. I have hearing problems, but I'm not 100% deaf, mm-hmm. So I don't think they could hear that they were talking shit about me, but I clearly did, because they were kind of raising their voices about it. But I've heard them talk that, like, she keeps acting up like this will cancel her fucking classes or whatever, and it's like, and I'm like, you're just saying shit. You're not, because it's like, you're not disciplining her at all. So it's like, if you say you're gonna pull her classes, she's not gonna take it as a genuine, like, threat.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, like I don't. If you ask me, it's just I think they just want to spoil her because she's the one who went to college and I didn't, and they just want to pompous or they kind of see her as the successful one, so they just kind of let her do whatever she wants. And I think that is unfair, and it's obvious at that point who the favorite is, and you know, I almost got kicked out for speaking my mind. So yeah, so I sent something when that night I went upstairs early. I just laid on my bed and I wrote, I'm calling it Pandora's box. Because if that shit gets posted publicly, all hell will break loose. It will be like big drama. And I will let you know that 90% is if that gets out there publicly, that means I got kicked out.
Yeah.
If you see it like one day, that means you will probably take that as, oh shit, he's gone.
Yeah.
So I sent that to all my close friends, you included, because you are close friends.
Yeah. Employee.
Yeah.
Employer.
Yeah, and that morning I didn't sleep much as well because I kept waking up checking my phone to see who responded.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sometimes I just am so tired.
You were the first one.
Yeah, I feel bad for not responding some nights because if I don't respond like at like 9 or 10 for like the entire night, just know that I was so fucking tired, and it's now that I don't care enough to open any messages. So if you ever message me like about important shit, it's not because I did really
need you that night.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
11. It was like 11.
I was like, is he like doing a suicide note right now? Like, but then I kept reading. I felt so bad, but yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then a couple. Tara wrote me a really nice paragraph.
Yeah.
Sammy was I sent it to one other person too, who I've talked about on this channel, but she left it on open, but I did check the message. She did save it though. So I don't know. I did wrote, hey, like you don't have to message me back or anything.
Yeah.
But so I'm like, oh, I'm glad she at least saved it, I guess.
Yeah.
But Sammy was like, can I just ask you a few questions? And I was just like, yeah, sure. So she was asking me questions about like, who's this? Or because I kept everything kind of vague and stuff. Because again, I wrote it as a means of like, in case it goes public.
Right.
And I didn't want to bring up names specifically, and so that's just, I don't want to add more fuel, I guess. And I always, when you kind of just internet 101 when you do this kind of drama, it's like, don't like, unless it's something really heinous and really like fucking awful, you kind of just be vague about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I didn't know about the fucking group chat thing. About that.
Yeah, I mean, like the morning. Like, I don't know what I was gonna say. I was just like, hey, you guys probably are like closer to Jake and Janelle. So, like, do you all have any insight about this or something? Or what?
Yeah, everyone was. Both the responses was just like, have you like moved out? And I was just like, it's kind of hard right now. I'm kind of stuck right now, and given the economy, it's just rent's just gonna keep going up. Anyway, And I think Sammy was the one, because I said, like, hey, I'm not allowed to have savings or anything like that. And they were like, that sounds a lot like financial abuse. And they gave me a bunch of resources on financial abuse. And I never really considered that. And I don't.
I mean, on paper, it sounds illegal.
Yeah.
The fact that you're not allowed to have savings and your parents kind of take everything from you sometimes, so...
Yeah.
I never would have guessed.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's just... Situation right now is just... I hate it. I'm just like, I'm constantly being walked over on.
Yeah.
For like no reason, and being seen as like less, even though I'm doing everything I like. It's like I'm seen, and I'm just so perceived as, just because I'm like my sleep schedule is like so different. That doesn't mean I'm like not putting in effort to, like, it's like, if I'm being like, I'm just so like lazy and stuff, it's like, why do I still have a job?
Yeah.
Like, I'm able to hold on to this job. And I'm like, I work hard at my job, and I've sacrificed so much mental just energy and burnout, and physically my body too, because it's just the stress, just weight gain and stuff. So it's like, I don't...
Well, why don't we add some more weight to that?
Oh, hell yeah. Matt, that whole fucking rant, Matt was probably like, can we just get to the Oreo cookie, please? Can we get to the Oreo, please? Please? I want the Oreo. So, I think this is, chocolate Oreo.
Yeah.
It's just Oreo cookie.
Oh, yeah.
I want to get a good side with the Oreo crumbs on it. Let's go. 3. Oh, you already did. Alright. How are we feeling about this cookie?
Bro, when I'm done with this, the top will still look the same.
You don't like the frosting?
No, because I'm going to come on it, so it'll be like that nothing changed.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
It's nice, I think the frosting's buttercream.
It's about to be Gare cream.
The Gare cream. Gare cream he.
Yeah. Oh.
Found another one he likes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is really good.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's just like all this kind of shit. Not that fucking basic ass fucking influencer shit. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Seems like we most likely will have to have a session tomorrow, because I'm gonna be gone Friday and Saturday. And Thursday I have to work to make up time for tomorrow. We gotta get... And then since we started late, it's just like, if there's anything else we wanted to do, we'll just do tomorrow. If we don't have time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just honestly so overwhelmed over. So I got like... This week I literally got a concert. Then I got a graduation party, and then the next week is gonna be my birthday. switch to switch to my birthday, and then another graduation party, and then the next week after that, I had a birthday party. Just so much, so much.
Yeah.
So much shit. And I'm kind of mad that this concert is my cousin.
Your concert is your cousin?
Yeah, she has a
band, yeah.
I think she left the band because I guess the other band members were assholes. Which she wasn't even like the lead singer or anything. She was like on bass, and then I was like, they were telling me like it was like, yeah, the lead singer is such an asshole. I'm like, dog, that sounds like every band ever.
Yeah, yeah.
When are they not the ones being the asshole? Oh man, one of these members of the band is such an asshole. Oh, which one is it? It's the drummer. But no, it's for her final. She's been in like music class since like freshman year because she is really talented, and her final exam is, so it's like, yeah, your final exam is be in this concert, perform. And she's doing one of my favorite bands, so I was like, I went to it last year. I recorded the whole fucking thing because I was so fucking proud.
Yeah.
And so I was even more excited for this one this year because she's like, oh, she's doing one of my favorite bands. I'm like, this is gonna be awesome. My cousin's a great singer, so this is just gonna be, she's gonna tear the house down. And then my dad goes, so I'm off that day. And you heard about this concert? And I'm like, oh no, don't say it. And he's like, I want to go. And I'm like, no. I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, I was like, man, I really wanted a day away from you guys.
Really just want a day.
And now the whole family, now, because I go with last year I went with my grandparents and my uncle who carpooled with them. So now I'm like, oh, fuck. And then I hear them talking, and they're like, yeah, the concert sounds really fun. And they're like, and Jake already made plans to go. And I'm like, oh no, here we go again. I'm like, oh my fucking god.
How dare he be so put of cousin without us? That fucking bitch. What kind of asshole does he think he is?
So it's like, I'm like, we literally have a graduation party the next day. Like, can you not?
Do y'all not have a plan to do for that?
Can you not? Like, just because I wanted to be a little more low key, and then it was like, so now it's just like my sister being like, I want to go, and I'm like, oh my, and I'm thinking like she plays rock music, and you like gangster rap,
yeah,
and SoundCloud rappers,
yeah.
This isn't for you,
yeah. She's probably gonna complain the whole time about like this music sucks. This music isn't good. Where's little Koozie?
Little Koozie. Yeah, it's like, yeah, like literally last year, one of the fucking teachers did Linkin Park, and I was like, this school's fucking awesome. But I'm like, what the fuck? Now they're all just gonna go, and I have to go with them, and like what the hell?
Yeah. That is a load of particles.
Yeah, I can. I just, yeah. And then like, I just wanted, because of all these like events, I just wanted just a couple weeks of just beach chill, like the only, but no, because I had to babysit the fucking dog.
Yeah.
Now the week's coming up and I have to deal with 2 back-to-back social events, and I do not, my social battery feels like it's getting the fucking shit beat out of it, and it's It's a lot.
Yeah.
Because, can't wait for Comic-Con. I hope you go.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a fucking ball. Like, I'm sure there's gonna be something for you. Because when I went last year, there was a bunch of gaming stuff. Some sports memorabilia, you know. So there's like something for everybody.
Yeah.
And we're going to like a casino, so we're gonna go gambling. I'm gonna be the only one gambling responsibly.
Yeah. For sure.
And I can show you. Your first time gambling for the first time.
Yeah, I've never gambled before. Only in video games. Shit's
we're
insane.
probably gonna go out to eat. I think because if you go, I might ask them if we can go to the restaurant I did the taste test for, because they're like, burgers and like American.
Yeah.
Because the place I talked to you about this because I was like, when we went last year, we went to a pizza place, and it's like a really renowned pizza place, and they have like a wall of like all the famous people who ate there or to one of their locations at least, and it wasn't terrible pizza, but it was just really thin crust. And
oh yeah, I don't like thin crust at all.
So I want to convince them of being like, hey, can we go to this restaurant if you guys want to eat, even though I'm not big on eating out at restaurants, being like. And then after we go to, right before we leave, we go to Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
And it's like, we gotta go to Krispy Kreme.
I don't think I've ever been on a Krispy Kreme before.
I'm just gonna say, what we did last year is, my uncle was like, hey, you can ask. So they have like, they're like the back, you can clearly see the back, and you can see like the machines like making the donuts and stuff, and they come out of the roller, and you can ask for a donut off the roller, so when they're like nice and warm. We did the chocolate glazed off them. It was literally like one of the best donuts I've ever had. It was like, it was so good.
Yeah.
So I highly suggest you join us, because if they have the chocolate, because even then my uncle was like, dude, they never have the chocolate once off the roller. Like, we gotta do it. But there is a bakery too. They have there's a really famous bakery that's there that even like there's a reality show based on like the owner that's like on the same floor as the convention. So like you can hit that up too. There's like so many places, so many like places for food and shopping and stuff. So it'll be, I highly consider it. 3 months from now, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna probably wrap this up.
Yeah.
Because we got more games.
Yeah. I got a couple game ideas for our next shorts series that we might do.
That is.
So.
Is that why you deleted all the freaking shorts?
Yeah.
And I'm like, why would you do that? Some of those got good views.
Just because, like.
You wanted the organization of just having the short series on the shorts?
Yeah. I don't know. Just. Because, like, more than half the time, like, views didn't amount to anything. Shorts just like don't really gain that much for our channel. Besides like views, obviously, but like, okay, like, all right. So, yeah, it's just kind of like, we'll just do the shorts, let's plays for now, and all that kind of stuff, and build the channel that way, because it'll be like stuff we do on a regular basis and just in shorts form. So yeah, but the games are basically like we said in Wii Sports, Wii Sports Resort, the second choice
Switch
is
Sports.
Nintendo Land for the Wii U, that we've played that we played once or twice on FTC.
Oh god, I think I might remember that. Is that where we were passing around the gamepad?
Yeah.
With Dale. Oh my god, that was rough.
It's a fun game. I don't understand the fucking hate towards it. Or the third choice is, we'll probably also do this for some of the other ones, but Makoe All Track Tour, where we play all 32 tracks. We haven't done Makoe yet, so I think we should definitely have some Makoe representation on the channel. Even though we will play like that game for sure at some point for like versus races, but just in terms of like races in general, like I don't see
they're gonna be so bad being like Mario Kart World's out, why aren't you guys doing that?
Yeah.
that game that was 4 games ago in this series. Like, no,
people still play fucking NES games, so yeah.
Hell yeah, they do. I know. I was like watching video. My feed has either been like my Reels feed has turned into like cooking hacks for like dessert, which I just save because it's like try it one day.
Yeah.
I found one about like the secret to movie theater popcorn, and I'm like so excited to try that one to see if it actually works. And like some gaming videos, and they're like, did you guys know how to get infinite lives in Super Mario World? And like all the tips and tricks are like I think one of them is like the finding Yoshi if you get 120 stars in 64.
Yeah.
Like Yoshi fucking catapults you or whatever.
I think I saw that one. But yeah, so the choice is yours. Which short series is next, Jake?
Probably Resort. I haven't touched Resort since probably like 2012.
Okay. Well,
is that the one with the swords?
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'll be very excited for that one then.
So yeah, we'll do.
Oh wait, okay. I'm trying to remember because I've talked about it before that there was another Wii Sports game that I just felt, and because I've seen some stills of Wii Sports, I'm like, this looks fine, but it's like I remember there was one sports game. I don't know if it was like affiliated with Wii Sports, but it was just I thought it looked it looked a lot shittier than like the OG Wii Sports. I don't know if
Deca Sports?
Huh?
Deca Sports?
I don't know, but and it had like, because I see the things with like the basketball and stuff, and I'm like, this wasn't the basketball I remember because it looked completely different, and I thought it sucked. But I swore it had the Wii Sports like name in it, so I could be having a Mandela effect or what, but
I don't know.
Because I don't want to shit on Wii Sports if I potentially have never played it.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, yeah. We'll see you guys next podcast or next video whenever you guys fucking watch it or whatever. You enjoyed?
We'll try. We'll try not to do Crumbl. We'll try.
Yeah, we'll try something else for once.
I really want. I told them this in Animal Crossing. I really want to try the new Frosties at Wendy's.
Yeah.
Was that Oreo brownie one? Sounds fucking amazing.
Yeah, I'm tempted to, but I know anytime I try like a Frosty or fucking some kind of milkshake like that.
No, you don't have to drink. You don't drink a Frosty. You fucking scoop it and eat it.
Oh. So it's just like crumbs of it?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, I'll try.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a milkshake. It's a you just scoop
okay.
it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like ice cream.
Cool. Okay, epic moment. So they'll do it. If you enjoyed, please suck your balls.
Yeah.
If you're not in my, okay.